Here we go, baby. It's Matt Madness training. It starts tonight. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the MashNDrum Whiskey Room. It's nice to be back in the whiskey room tonight. It's been a little while. Missed 1 week, then we was in Bardstown last week. So yeah, just ready to start practicing a little bit of the Matt Madness upcoming contest. I think my slot's not up for a little while, unfortunately. But the good news is it gives me plenty of time to practice and just kind of test myself. I think the thing that threw me off a little bit last year was the fact that those 30 seconds go real fast. So I'm going to be doing a blind flight tonight. So Hendo Henderson, I asked him to, he's really good at building blind flights. So asked him to build me a 6 dram flight. Gonna try to pick proof and just go through them, see if I can guess what it is, get close, see how I do. At least this will give me a good jumping point to what I have to work on. So I'm good if I know what's kind of in the mix in the bottles, but when it's blind, your mind tends to go in different directions. So I'm just gonna go with my gut and see what happens. So let's see what everyone is doing. What's going on in the chat here? We have, let's see here, the Italian Stallion. That's right. I was ready for the sunny evening scotch. What's going on, man? Glad you like the thumbnail. Let's go drinking some Early Tom's Bottled and Bond. That's Jared W. Tim Gorgeous is here. Justin Kim, Whiskey Third. Anthony Orlando, the Brew Baker Makers in the house. What's going on, man? Let's see. Katie Turk is here. What's going on, Katie? Jeff Perkins in the house. What is going on? Brett Marquette. Brett Marquette's going to be helping us with our Jack Daniels single barrel proof pick next week. We'll be doing that Thursday night right here on the Mash and Drum, along with Cliff from Bourbon Bites, also Adam Dorman, and of course me and Scotty. So that's going to be a hell of a time. We get to pick our first Jack Daniels single barrel pick for the Mash and Journey Whiskey Club. Kenny Killingsworth's in the house. What are the rumors on where Freddie is going to be? Freddie Freeman. Is that who you're talking about? I'm not sure if that's what you mean. For hey yo, sometimes Adrian, I get hit in the face. I feel like my Rocky starts as Rocky and then it goes somewhere very bad. Yo, Adrian. Let's see. Hey, Curiosity Public, what's going on? That's Dutch and the crew. Hope you guys are doing well. That Photoshop job on Bevo was inspired tremendous. Thank you so much. Yeah, my Photoshop skills are Rocky ability. Yep, everyone's singing Eye of the Tiger right now. Whiskey Mountains is here. What's up, Audriana? Nice to see you. Everybody needs to follow Audriana. Go check out Whiskey Mountains. Audriana, I'm going to need your help tonight. We are doing a few giveaways tonight, so if any of the mods can help me out, let me know. Yes, practice does make perfect. Whiskey Juice. Let's see. Scotty Too Hot. Oh, Scott's in the house. What's up, Scotty? Nice to see you, man. Roger Reese is here. There he is, my Bourbon Hawk in the house. Hey, what's up, M&M's? Brad Willard is here. This just makes me want M&M's right now. Just saying. Let's see. Hey, Cheech Artelino. I saw Jen Artelino in the chat as well. By the way, Cheech and Jen sent me homemade chocolate chip cookies, which me and my girlfriend freaking housed in like a weekend. They were delicious. So thank you so much, Jen. We absolutely love them. You're the best. I'm going to figure out a way to get you cannolis, freshly homemade cannolis from my favorite place in New York. I'm going to see if they can overnight them to you. So stay tuned. Jim Herrick, first watch from Minnesota. What's up, Jim? Welcome in. Welcome to the Mash and Journey. Sorry, Mash and Drum. I'm so used to saying that. The Mash and Drum Whiskey Room. What's going on? Christopher M's in the house. Hey, the average drinker's here. How are you doing? Is that Dara? Hope you guys are doing great. Looking forward. So looking forward to that. This is Brett. Toshi Bacon for the first super chat of the night. Sure, Jason, you're the favorite to win it all from what I saw. No pressure. Hope you and Dan from BJ go heads up in the finals. That'd be epic. Yeah, I just hope to make it through the first round this year. We'll see how it goes. I like to kind of, lull everyone to sleep a little bit. The myth, the man, the legend himself is here. ADHD Whiskey, world's top whiskey taster. What's going on? Nice. He's gonna now. I got the pressure of the whiskey master watching me. The sweater vest looms over the whiskey room tonight, so it'll be fun. Let's see here. Top Dog's here. A bunch of guys are here. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much. Cheers, everyone. All right. The chat is just flying by. Yeah, I want the Rocky pick on a bottle. Yeah, that may happen. So tonight, before we get into the blind tasting with Hendo, we're going to bring Will Henderson on, and he's going to kind of talk me through what I need to do in this blind tasting. But first, I want to go through a couple news stories here, a couple bottles coming out. And taste, I have a very special bottle. I'm going to give you a first impression tonight. So one of them is going to be this one right here, which is, I'm sure not a lot of people are too excited about this one. I'm not really sure. But I found this when I was in Texas. This is the George Dickel column still collaboration with the Leopold Brothers 3-chamber rye blend. So column still and 3-chamber still, a blend of, this is all rye whiskey. So this is the blend. I have not tried this yet. I keep hearing from a lot of people that I trust in the industry that this is very good. I haven't had it yet. So let's see. What's your cannoli go to? Cuccios on X? Cuccios? No, the cannoli. So my favorite cannolis I've ever had, I hate to say it's actually in Boston at Mike's Pastries. Those cannolis are freaking epic. So those are the ones I'm going to try to get. Also in Manhattan, there's a small little place in Little Italy. I always forget the name of it, but I know exactly where it is. And that every time I go there, I get a fresh cannoli, and those are pretty epic too. So Toshi Bake. We got Jeffrey Wack in the house. All right. Let's try this one, guys. And by the way, here's the surprise bottle after we taste this. I got this when we were in Louisville for our we did a pick over at Four Roses, which was unfucking real. So here it is, guys. I figure since it's St. Paddy's Day tomorrow, we'll have something green. So this is the new Angel's Envy, the Cellar Collection, which is a bottle that's finished it's a rye whiskey finished in ice cider casks. So you open this up, you get that pretty bottle, and look at that. Isn't that pretty? See if I could get this up to the camera here with you guys. I'm going to do a full review of this, but I figure I'll give you guys a first impression tonight. You guys could check that out. There we go. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it is a pretty bottle. So I will give Angel's Envy that. Kind of gives the card exactly what the ice cider cask is. So we'll go through that a little bit. But first, let's taste this Dickel. Yeah, that bottle was $250, but I have to thank one of my viewers for giving. They basically got the opportunity to buy it, and then they sent it my way because they're actually overseas fighting for our freedom with the military. So he gave me his I guess his chance to buy one. I took it. I feel like that sounds interesting. Why not try to get it? So I got it, but the only thing I have to do is save him a few sips. So cheers to him, and cheers to everybody else. So let's try this one. Here we go. EJ says my wife is jealous of that one. Hope it tastes like apple cider donut. We'll see. Kevin Schmidt says, I got the Dickel times Leopold a couple weeks ago. Oh, yeah. So giveaway tonight, guys. And I meant to give this away. So remember a few weeks ago when my internet went out and I was just trying to run the damn thing from my phone. I mean, it worked, but I didn't get a chance to do the giveaway. So I'm going to be giving away 2 sets of these. So this is the Agent Or Bottle Flight kit, where I use this all the time now when I travel. This is what I used when I went to Bardstown the other day. We did the blind tasting with Scott. We did the 4 roses. I had 4 roses in there. It comes with that white marker, so you could write right on the side of the bottle. I'm going to weigh 2 sets of this tonight for some lucky 2 lucky viewers. So I believe they're about 40-something bucks each or something like that, plus shipping. But whoever wins tonight, I'm going to give away 2 sets of that. If I'm in a good mood, maybe 3 sets. We'll see. But that's going to be the giveaway tonight. So excited to give those away for 2 of you guys. Okay. So on this one, I'm not so much getting the dickleness. Will Henderson says I want it. Thanks, Hendo. Hendo's already waiting in the green room. He's ready. All right. Thanks so much, Hendo. You don't so much get the Dickel rye note. You get more of that. So for those of you who have never had the 3-chamber rye from Leopold, it's an acquired taste. It's extremely floral, very lavender forward. It's weird. It's weird. But blended with this rye, it actually sweetens it up a little bit. So yeah, any super chat amount will get you a chance to win one of those sets. Nose is pretty good. I have a feeling it'll get maybe a little bit better on the palate. Let's see. You know what? The 3-chamber rye actually takes us over a little bit, but even though the 3-chamber rye is a rye, thank you so much, JG. Appreciate it. You're in. Yeah, I feel like the rye whiskey, it's a little bit more pronounced. I feel like I think I have a little bit of the original bottle I got. So this was the sample I got from Leopold Brothers of the 3-chamber. Let's do a little bottle chug here. Oh yeah, that is way more floral. That's like drinking potpourri right there. The Dickel definitely helps it. Yeah, it sweetens it up. It gives you those floral flavors with some nice sweetness from the Dickel rye. And then you just get spice. That's good. That's a nice collab. I was really scared that the 3-chamber was just going to like overtake everything. But it didn't. So this is bottled at 100 proof. And the bottle was about $100. So it's a nice proof point. It's a nice collab. I'm hoping one of my predictions for 2022 was that more distilleries will do stuff like this, where they'll get together and maybe blend their different distillates to make something unique. So I'm hoping we see more of these collabs across the spectrum this year with different distilleries. So if it's not Dickel and Leopold, maybe it's somebody else. So I have one more sip of this one. Let's see here. Dan C, no better bourbon, man. Support. Thanks for all the knowledge and entertainment. Absolutely, Dan C. I appreciate that, man. We got Super Dram in the house. What's up, Super Dram? We got 200 in the chat already, so everyone hit that like button. What's up, Whiskey Nose? Dungeons and Drams in the house. What's going on? So if nobody checked out the new channel collab with myself, Whiskey Dick, Whiskey Dictionary, Bill from Whiskey Dictionary, Cliff from Bourbon Bites, Ed from Rock Up Review, and a blog online, one of Bill's good friends called The Hugging Cactus. We kind of started this Monday night. It's basically combining Dungeons and Dragons and whiskey together. So how can you not love that? So we just had our first episode on Monday. We're kicking off the introduction of my character and Cliffy's character next week on Monday. And then we'll start the following week will be the game when we're all playing together. So it's only going to get crazier. So Michelle Martin, what's going on? Our money's on you, Jason, to take Matt Madness. I appreciate that. We'll see what happens. All right. So while I'm pouring this Angel's Envy, let me I want to give you guys like a nice nice view of this bottle here. Oh, I got to remove this. Comes with a little bottle stopper. And then you get this nice. So my favorite part of this bottle is the fact is that the bottle is somewhat frosted. So if you look at the bottom of the bottle, you'll see how it's got a white, it's got a like a frost to it, which I think is just really cool. And yeah, I know you don't drink the bottle, and the bottle is, but this definitely drives the price up, so you got to factor it in somewhat. But yeah, pretty cool frost on it. And that's because of the ice cider cask. So I was like, what the hell is this ice cider shit? So I looked at, luckily they give you a little bit of a background on it. So this ice cider was made by Eden Specialty Ciders using tart late season Northern Spy apples. The juice was naturally concentrated outdoors in the cold Vermont winter before being partially fermented and aged in French oak to create a delicious ice cider. The Angel's Envy is a 7-year-old 95.5 rye whiskey in those oak ice cider casks for exactly 364 days, so a full year, when it achieved the perfect mingling of spicy rye and crisp apple finish. All right, let's see what we get on this thing. Have not even opened this yet, guys, so getting a fresh crack. At least this one's easy to open. Rob Shields says, here's $5, buy yourself something real nice. Thanks, man. I want that I want that statue you're holding. All right, let's get into this. I like my cuts on the label a little bit neat. I'm a little crazy like that. All right. French oak. Yes, Kino. That's basically why I wanted it, because it's French oak, and I'm a French oak fiend. Although I'm a little worried on how appley this might be. Guess we'll see here. So stats on this one. Again, 7-year rye whiskey. This is bottled at 53.5% alcohol. So you're 100 and 107 proof, which is a nice proof for it. John Rowley, thank you so much. Whiskey Throttle says cold Vermont winter. Ha ha ha. That's because he's in Canada and he knows how those are real winters that they deal with up there, not that Vermont stuff. So, all right. So Angels. Oh, I don't want to read that. So on the back of the card, it gives you like tasting notes. So I don't want to read that just yet. So let's see what we get here. Hey, Black Bear family's in the house. Raise your drinks up casually. There you go. Should put some of the Angel's Envy in those giveaways. Yeah, I could do that. I could give away an ounce each of the Angel's Envy as well. So we'll do that. We'll do an ounce of the Angel's Envy, and each of the. I'll package that up with the. Well, you'll get the Angel's Envy sample from me, and then you'll get the bottle flight kit from Agent Or. So on the nose, I'm actually not getting a ton of apple. I get a lot of cinnamon. There's a lot of cinnamon on here. I mean, it is the neck pour. I'm going to see if I can let this open up a little bit here. Definitely get some spicy oak, which is nice. All right, I'm starting to get the apple. As this is kind of sitting, the apple peel is coming through. Yeah, apple, cinnamon, caramel, a little bit of brown butter there. Whew. Maybe a slight hint of dark fruit. Yeah, it's getting more appley. Appley? Is that a friggin' word? I don't know if it's apple pie. This is more like candy apple, it's almost tastes like artificial apple flavoring, if that makes sense. Like an apple liqueur almost. which makes sense because when you freeze the apples to make that apple cider, it gets more concentrated. Man, maybe a slight hint of like maple syrup. All right, let's give it a try, guys. Cheers. I was actually expecting more apple on the palate. I'm not getting as much as I thought I would. Thomas Gordy, hello from North Carolina. Looking forward to some more barrel picks as always. Thank you for the great content. Appreciate it, Thomas. Zoolander says 17 days sober. Ugh, looks like I picked the wrong time to stop sniffing glue. Yeah, this is so for any of you guys wondering how different this is from the other Angel's Envy. The Angel's Envy, the regular Angel's Envy rye, just tastes like just straight maple syrup. To me, at least, it's very, very sweet. This one, I'm getting a lot more spice on it. It's not as sweet. I think the French oak definitely helps. Oh yeah. Second sip was apple cider, caramel apple, a little bit of brown butter, spice, a lot of cinnamon, nutmeg. This is like a great, just like a fall whiskey. Like, man, if this was, you just kind of like hang on to this until like next fall. This is what you take apple picking. You just walk around instead of actually being sober and picking apples. You just drink that and have some fun picking apples and throwing them at each other. That's what I would do. Oh, yeah. You know what, though? It is pretty apple forward. I have a feeling, because this is the neck pour, but I have a feeling as this bottle gets past the shoulder, opens up, it's just going to get more apple concentrate. But the thing that this has going for it is that the French oak spice, man, the French oak, the cinnamon, the pepperiness, it's just lingering, like it's just hanging on for like dear life. It will not go away, which I love. I mean, is it a $250 bottle of whiskey? Probably not. I mean, you are paying for the box, the glass. I get all that. Yeah, and as you sip it, starts to mellow out a little bit. It just becomes spicy, sweet, apple forward rye whiskey. A lot of cinnamon, though. A lot of cinnamon. I mean, if you like those types of flavors, I mean, this definitely hits the mark. If an apple forward type of whiskey, if that's the thing that you like to find in a whiskey, then yeah, that'll do it for sure. It is concentrated. I don't know if I love it, but I like it. It's definitely not as, I was scared it was going to be as sweet as their regular rye, the one that's finished in rum, that just like someone took Mrs. Butterworth's and just squeeze it in there. But this is more on the rye side of things with an apple forward palate. It's good. It's a good whiskey. There's nothing off-putting about it. I think a lot of people will actually really like this a lot. The best thing about this whiskey is the finish. This is the type of finish that I love in a whiskey. So if anything, at least the finish is really good on it. Thank God it didn't, like it wasn't so sweet that the finish just went away for a rye. This hangs on. So the best thing about this whiskey, I would say the nose is good, palate okay, finish A+. All right. Angel's Envy Rumcast tasted like Princess Confetti Unicorn Cupcake icing to me. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Had a chance at the ice cider rye, had to pass. Yeah, it's a different experience than that. When I do the review, I'll compare them. But let me put this back in its home. Oh shit! I'm gonna break that. All right. Well, let me throw the card in there before I lose it. All right. All right. So now that my palate's a little bit warmed up here, what's a opal? Apple? Eric, wait. How you doing, man? Master Drum, if you primarily do bourbon, does the issue of climate impact ever come into consideration when you blind taste? I mean, it can. I think if you try bourbons outside, like out in the cold, they taste different than when you're inside. And I don't know if you're talking about the temperature, the environment, or if you're talking about the actual whiskey. But, you know, for me, I think whiskey tastes very different. I did a little experiment one day where I took some of my favorite wild turkey. I took like rare breed Russells, and I went outside and I drank them. It was really cold, and then came back inside, let it warm up, and it definitely tasted different. It just tightens up when you're out in the cold a little bit. Yeah, not for that price. Yeah, I mean, the price is rough on that one. If I had to, I really wish that was more. Now, I'm sure it costs money to make because ice cider isn't really something you see very often. The French oak is an expense as well. But I would really like to see that bottle between 100 and 150 rather than 250. 250 is asking a lot for that, honestly. Yeah, it is. It's basically a $75 box, a $50 bottle, and then you're paying for the whiskey inside. Yeah, it definitely smells different outside. Totally. Master John, yeah, I am talking about the climate of where the whiskey was aged. Oh, the climate where the whiskey was aged. Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's everything. That's everything when it comes to whiskey. Climate plays such a. I mean, even if you just compare Scotch and bourbon, I mean, a Scotch takes what 10, 12 years. I mean, I'm talking about unpeated. 10 to 12 years, you kind of need a Scotch to age, to get some really good round flavors to it. Yeah, there are some exceptions to that rule. But for the most part, you're looking at a 10 to 12-year-old Scotch to really get some good flavor imparted from the oak. You're mainly using some used casks. And then on top of that, you're primarily aging in Scotland, which is cloudy, dingy type of weather. Not a lot of sun, not a lot of variable climate. So that's why you could put a bourbon that's like, 5-6 years old against a Scotch that's 12 years old any day of the week when it comes to the types of flavors you're going to get. Because new oak, variable climate in the United States versus fairly equal kind of murky weather in Scotland. So I think that definitely plays a huge part in it. I mean, look at Texas whiskeys. I mean, Eric, Texas whiskeys that are aged in that extreme heat. I mean, you only get about 2-3 years before it gets a little crazy. Now, some distilleries have mastered it of doing. I'm talking a lot, I know, but I like those questions. I gotta shut up. Let's see here. Yeah, look at Coy Hill. I mean, look at Coy Hill, where that was raised top rick house, top the highest level rick house they had in the highest tier, and after however many years, the thing it shot up to 140 plus proof hazmat. So, hey, Darrell Stewart's in the house. What is going on? Example, I can tell the difference between Kentucky and Texas bourbons on the climate impact between Scotch and American malts. Basically, yeah, totally, absolutely agree. That's basically what I was saying. Yep. Scotland is the Seattle of Europe. So Darrell Stewart's in the chat tonight, and if you guys missed it, had a great story. So last week we were in Bardstown to pick our Four Roses pick. And if you guys have never done a pick of Four Roses, it's no joke. You get all 10 recipes. You get 10 recipes to try. All 10 they put in front of you. So OESK, OESV, OBSK, OBSQ. I mean, all of them. All 10 recipes. They put them on a freaking Lazy Susan and put them in front of you. And the barrels are lined up 1 through 10. They cover the face of the barrel so you can't see what the recipe is or the age or nothing. So it's kind of the best way to do it. You just go in blind. You don't know what's in what barrel. And that's how we wanted to do it. We were told that some people go in and they're like, I'll only drink an OESV. So that's all I want, without tasting anything else, which I think is probably one of the most short-sighted things you could do, especially if you have an opportunity to pick a Four Roses. Just crazy. So yeah, we're sitting around, we're tasting through all of them. A pattern emerged. The first 5 whiskeys we tasted from Four Roses fell pretty flat, and we weren't that impressed. Now, Marty from Whiskey Knows is in the chat. He helped too. Obviously, Scott, Darrell Stewart, Adilio Samuels helped, and Dusty Dan was there. That was the team that picked it. So the first 5 were not only flat, but they were also lower tiers. So we learned later on that all 5 are lower tier Four Roses picks, or Four Roses barrels. Those were kind of the 1, 2s, and even like 3s. The last half, 6 through 10, is where things got real interesting for us. Those ended up being higher tiers. And it came down to, now when I say tiers, Four Roses isn't like most other rick houses you see in Kentucky. There's only 6 tiers. So it's not like it's only 6 ricks. So when you go to, Heaven Hill, Bardstown Bourbon Company, and you see these ricks that go all the way up at least, 12, 13, 14, 15 floors, that is not the case of Four Roses. You just have 6. So the rick houses look like little sheds, really long, wide sheds. So it came down to glass 6 and glass 9. So we went out. So when it comes down to those 2 glasses, Mandy, who was an amazing, she was our pick host, our pick specialist. We're like, hey, can you set up a blind for us? She's like, can I set up a blind for you? Of course, I do it all the time. I'm like, okay. So we all go outside the room. We all go outside, and I did a quick poll, like, who here wants glass 9? And all of us raised our hand except for one guy, and it was Darrell Stewart. He wanted glass 6. He was convinced glass 6 was the way to go. We go back in the room. It was blue glass versus black glass. All of us picked the black glass, including Darrell, and it ended up being glass 9. So forever, from here on out, Darrell will always be known as number 6. that's what we were calling him the whole time. It was hilarious. So we ended up getting a 10-year, 2-month-old OESK from tier number 5. Should come in around 120 to 125 proof, in that range. It was easily the best whiskey of the day. Even Mandy agreed. She's like, you guys got the best barrel. It was hands down the best barrel of the day. So we are really, really excited. We should actually have that in a few months. So for any of you guys that have been thinking about joining the Mash and Journey Whiskey Club, between that, the Jack Daniels, we did 2 Starlight picks the same weekend, an Oloroso Sherry finish, and a double oaked bourbon. We got some hitters coming. So here's Darrell Stewart, Team 6 till I die. Yep. But you picked 9, dude. You can't just say Team 6. Oh, it's hilarious. Hey, there's Adilio Samuels. What's going on, man? All right, so before we jump into the blind tasting, let's see what is new at the TTB. All right, guys, so some new labels that popped up on the TTB that I thought were pretty interesting that we could take a look at. First thing, before we get into labels, though, I did want to talk about one new release, and that is this one. I don't know if you guys heard about this new Heaven Hill that is coming out, but it sure is pretty. If you guys haven't heard about this one, Heaven Hill Distillery has launched their ultra premium Heaven Hill Heritage Collection. This is the debut release of its new Heritage Collection with Heaven Hill. This is a 17-year barrel-proof Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Each spring, this limited release features some of the distillery's oldest inventory of aging whiskey. So the first edition is composed of 78 corn, 10 rye, 12% malted barley. It's their standard mash bill. Bottled at barrel proof, which came out to 118.2 with a 17-year age statement. It's made up of 28% 20-year-old barrels, 44% 19-year-old barrels, and 28% 17-year-old barrels pulled from Deatsfield, Glencoe, Shenley, and Heaven Hill main campus warehouse locations. As you can see, the premium packaging, MSRP on this one, $274.99. Holy shit. So we know that, you know, we're going to see that around, and we know that that's not going to be $274.99 unless you are lucky enough to get it at the distillery. Otherwise, we know that's going to be jacked up in price. Let me go to the comments here. Hey, what's up, Todd Redder? Let me know what you think of that Dusty Early Times pour. Will do, Todd. Thank you so much, man. Richie Z's in the house. Will Henderson thinks it's a great deal. So that's so 800 on secondary. Probably more than that, Cheech, especially first. The first person to always put it on secondary will definitely do the high number there. So let's see here. All right, let's look at some labels, guys. Here we go. Let's go to the first one. This one looks really, really, really delicious. Bull Run is releasing a 16-year-old bourbon whiskey finished in cognac casks. 16 years old. 108.18 proof. I have no idea what the price on that is. Bull Run, they make their own stuff. They source some stuff as well. They definitely source that because they haven't been around long enough to get 16-year-old stuff. I'm wondering where that is from, but Asian cognac at that proof. Oh my God. I need to get me some of that. That sounds amazing. Next up, so Wiggle out of Pennsylvania. They are. This is a cool looking label, though. I will give them that. This is a port finish rye, port cask rye, made from scratch with regional grain. This is all distilled in Pittsburgh, PA. Family-owned distillery, 92 proof rye whiskey finished in. This says rum casks, but it says port cask rye. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that one. So I'm guessing Wiggle is just playing around with some different finished rye whiskeys. Pennsylvania is known historically for a lot of rye whiskeys. That's where it kind of all began. So the fact that they're doing a lot of different ryes is it's pretty I think it's a good idea to definitely represent their rye whiskey in that state. This was an interesting label that came through. I don't know if you guys saw this one from Smoke Wagon. Smoke Wagon Uncut the Younger, it's called. So what I'm guessing is, just based on that name, we are looking at a uncut, unfiltered Smoke Wagon with younger whiskey being put in it. And I think that has to do with where we are in bourbon today. I think the source barrel game is definitely drying up more and more. 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old barrels. It's really what's hanging around. So I'm guessing Smoke Wagon has had to put some younger distillate in their bottles to kind of release these instead of what we normally get from the uncut, unfiltered. I'm gonna have Aaron Chepanik on pretty soon, I think, and we'll see what he has to say about it. Hopefully, I can maybe get a sample of that so we can taste through it, and see what's going on with that release. But all signs are pointing to some of that older stuff kind of getting harder and harder to get. Smoke Wagon is one of the most popular brands in the land. And I think just for them, just keeping up with demand has been really, really tough. So for them to switch to a younger distillate a little bit, I'm not sure how young, or if it's just going to be one of the components in his blends that will go to a younger age. I guess we'll find out. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat here. I need that Bull Run. Now that one might be worth 200. Getting tail of cake vibes on that Wiggle label. Yeah, I could see that. Go Pittsburgh, says Brewbaker Maker. Whiskey Juice says, I hate port. Okay. It's the straight product uncut. All right, so it's the straight bourbon that's uncut. There you go. Hank Williams Jr. Mash and Drum, when opening a new bottle of bourbon, do you open it and let it breathe open for a set time, or just open it and pour? I've heard different opinions on letting a new bottle breathe. If it's a lower proof, I'll just go in and pour it. If it's a barrel proof, a higher proof, usually anything over 100 proof, I like to just let it sit in the glass, especially if the whiskey is in the neck. Usually flavor's a little bit tighter in the neck, so you have to give it a chance to open up a little bit. So what I'll do is usually I'll pour a few glasses, and I'll kind of just work my way down and taste them from left to right. From the neck pour, up right above the shoulder, and then you have a shoulder pour. So you kind of get all three See if there's any real differences there. Normally, you don't get it in a lower proof option, but some of the higher proof ones, I think there can be a difference, especially the finished ones. Finished ones can vary greatly to me. Yeah, straight bourbon, uncut. So it's their straight bourbon. All right, here we go. 4 to 5 year smoke wagon of cask strength, intended to be affordable, obtainable, does not affect the standard smoke wagon uncut unfiltered line. Well, that's good to know. Awesome. Let's see. Super stoked for our Starlight picks. These 2 picks are amazing. Yeah, Smarty helped us out with our Starlight picks. Good odds. Enter a chance. Every $5 super chat gets you an entry. Yes. So tonight, for any of you guys that are just jumping in, I'm giving away 2 sets. 2 sets of these, the Agent Or Bottle Flight. These I'll basically just order them for you, have them shipped to your place. It comes with that white marker, so you can pour it and label it wherever you may go to be traveling. It's great, like if you take long trips. Fits right in your suitcase, nice and easy, done and done. I love those things. It's a really, I've used that pretty much every time I've went away lately. So any super chat tonight gives you a chance to win 1 of 2 of those. Plus, I'll throw in a sample of the Angel's Envy. Next up, so this is the next Woodford Reserve Masters Collection. So the label here is pretty simple. So this is the series number 18. But the next one is called the Historic Entry Proof. Now, I looked online. I couldn't really find a lot of information on what the entry proof was. But I'm figuring, knowing Woodford Reserve, it's an entry proof that they used maybe years ago to make that whiskey. Entry proof can make a big difference in the whiskey. Only issue is, again, Woodford Reserve keeping everything at 90.4 proof for these Masters collections. Please, please make them at least 100 proof to make it somewhat a little bit more worth it and more flavorful. But I will say this, Woodford Reserve fans are a very devoted fan base, and I think that's the proof they want their whiskey. You know, for anyone that wants a higher proof, yes, they have the batch proofs that come out every year. And, you know, and some of the, you know, they do some special release stuff at a higher proof, but curious what that historic entry proof is going to be. So we'll see. Next up is The Last Drop. This is created by master blender Drew Mayville, formerly of Buffalo Trace. This is release number 28, 60.5% ABV. It's a 50 milliliter The Last Drop. These are basically unobtainium from Buffalo Trace. So we'll see. Bardstown Bourbon Company, they just keep bringing out the hits, man. This is a really interesting one. If you guys saw this one, this is called the Furcullen. So this is a 100 proof Bardstown Bourbon Company finished whiskey. This is a blended whiskey. Here we go. This is what's in it. This is savor the latest addition to this innovative series with our Furcullen Irish whiskey release, a blend of 2 12-year-old Kentucky bourbons and 1 17-year-old Tennessee bourbon. We all know where that's from. Finished with 21-year-old Furcullen Irish whiskey finished in Marsala casks. So that is a really interesting blend. Now, Marsala tends to be pretty sweet. Ultra-aged Irish whiskey could get to a point where it starts getting really tropical, like pineapple, mango, especially as it gets older. If you guys have never had like an Irish whiskey that's been, 18 years or older, I mean, those things start getting really tropical with the malted, unmalted barley combination. My Middleton that I have, the Middleton Gaelic, is probably one of the best whiskeys I own. And that thing is just like drinking a pineapple fruit roll-up. It's delicious. So I'm wondering if that's what it's going to bring to the table. So to kind of blend the Kentucky bourbon with the Tennessee bourbon and then this Marsala finish, that's going to be an interesting blend. So again, just Bardstown Bourbon Company kind of pushing the envelope of what they got going on. And last but not least, Lucky 7 is coming out with a cognac cask finish as well. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey finish in cognac casks. I'm not sure if that's going to be the proof at 132.12. That just might be a placeholder. You can never really trust the proofs on these because Never know if that's just for position only or FPO as they call it. So interesting stuff coming out. Let's see here. Oh, gotta go to some super chats. Big Vic, I'll take backup travel case for all my M&J picks when I travel. All right, you're in, Big Vic. Old Man Bourbon says, hey, Jay Sarbin travel's catching up. I owe you a Catoctin Creek rabble rouser. That sounds good, man. I'll take it. Let's emphasize the barrel entry proof. Also, let's proof it down to diminish that. That's my point exactly, Kenneth. You want to sell it as the entry proof, but then you're going to water down the shit out of it. So we don't know if we're going to actually get to taste what that effect was. Time will tell. Oh my goodness, it's whiskey blender Nancy Fraley is in the house. Now the pressure's on this blind tasting. I got friggin' Nancy Fraley in the chat room. Oh my goodness. How you doing, Nancy? Miss you. Hope you're doing well. Nancy she's busy. She's releasing some incredible stuff. They just released the new batches of the cigar blends from Joseph Magnus. One of them, correct me if I'm wrong, Nancy, one of them I think was close to that Darth Vader batch. I think you called it the Dark or something like that. If that's, Nancy, if you have that laying around, let me know, because I need a bottle of that one, because that Darth Vader batch from last year was unreal. Made my top 10 of the year, my top 10 bourbons of the year last year. Shit was delicious. And I don't say delicious lightly. Kyle's uncut tastes like straight grass to me, batch 127. Okay. Well, it depends on if the younger whiskey in there might have taken over, so that's possible. You know, palates are all different. Ryan Oyer, thanks so much for the super chat. Whiskey knows, so let's go, Big Bic. Enjoying some Knob Creek 12-year. Cheers from Alaska. Sign me up for that giveaway. Awesome. Welcome in from Alaska. Kenneth, yeah, that was my reaction. Incredibly skeptical, but also very interested. The new Woodford Reserve, the one loosely based on the historic recipe, or is that going to be released in those pint bottles? No, that's going to be a full bottle. That's going to be part of the Masters collection. So, Josh Penn says, Jason, Spirits of French Lake just hit my local store. Which is the best to start with? Dude, if they have it, get the William Dalton. But honestly, the Lee Sinclair 4-grain is a great place to start. But if they have that William Dalton weeded bourbon, you should try that. But the Lee Sinclair 4-grain is great too. Just if you've never had Spirits French Lick before, just to let you know, it's all about the grain. So it is grain forward. It's only a 2 char on the barrels, low entry proof. It's all about, their whole deal is respect the grain. So their stuff's grain forward. You could taste it. You could almost chew it. The viscosity of it. It's good. It's a different flavor profile than you're going to find in traditional bourbon whiskeys, but I love it. So it just depends on what you like. Mr. MRA says, sends a super sticker. Thank you so much. Old Man Joe, I could use that traveling sample set. Also, please fill one of the bottles up with that bull run. I'm going to try to get a sample of that. I'm working on it. Hey, Tim Evans, what's going on? Have you tried the Cream of Kentucky rye yet for $70? I have, and I think it's decent. I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's a $70 rye, but I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it's right there. I mean, I could say, I'd rather pay like $50 for it, but $70 isn't terrible. Sunny Evening Scotch says, I want that travel case. Whiskey Blender Fraley. Oh, she's talking to Eric Waite. Jason, can you talk a little about the easiest way to get in on your barrel picks? All you have to do is just join Patreon. The problem is my top tiers are sold out right now. So if you're looking to get into the higher tiers, those are sold out right now. I still have spots left in the intense drummer tiers and the ones below. But some of the picks do make it to the bottom tiers, but most of the high end, the big name picks like Maker's Mark, the Jack Daniels, the Four Roses, our Russell's pick, the Elijah Craig barrel proof pick. I mean, those sold out like that. So the higher tiers is really where you want to be. But even if you got into the $10 tier, you have a good chance of a good amount of picks. Mark Emenecker, get those nose and paddle in shape for Matt Manis. I got you winning it all. Just digging my Old Forester 1910 tonight. Okay, let's see here. Watch the latest episode of Lifetime Whiskey for the review of Cigar Bowl Batch 77, aka Freebird, the Leonard Skinner batch. Yes, Lifetime Whiskey. Just Dan and Julie, they just put out a review of that one today. So, okay. Damn it, y'all never let me win nothing. Big Vic is just going all in right now. Royster Whiskey Foxtrot, you have the good work. I've enjoyed your channel for a while now. Was that Dickel Leopold blend worth 100 bones? I mean, I don't think so, but you know, listen, collaborating like that is probably an expensive endeavor. So $100, I feel like in today's market is actually not bad for something like that, especially considering the Leopold Brothers 3 Chambers Rye. Just for one bottle of that stuff is like $250. So you get to kind of try it with the Dickel blend in it, and it kind of smooths out all that floral character from the Leopold, and I think it tastes a little bit better. So if you want to try a historic rye, you know, I'd rather pay $100 than $250. So take that what you will. Let's see here. Hey, Whiskey Tornado's here. What's going on, Lance? Down here in Bardstown doing a maker's pick. Jason, you're looking fit in that shirt, brother. Yeah, I got the I've been hitting the gym hard. There you go. This is the Rocky Guns right there. Coming in hot. Let's see here. Loving the Westland and Sagamore picks. Yeah, we still have, actually, I'll drop that in the chat. We still have some Sagamore picks available if you guys want. We had a bunch of our Patreons are waiting a little bit to get some of the other picks we have coming out. So the Sagamores are still hanging around a little bit, but the more people are trying the Sagamores, the more they are gobbling them up. So if there are any left, I will throw the link in the chat here real quick. And then if anyone's interested in trying one of the picks before you decide on becoming a patron, you can grab your pick right here. Oh, let me click that. There we go. It's the 3 Sagamigos pick, and it's delicious. I'm going to throw that in the chat here real quick. And there it is. If anyone wants to grab one, have at it. Wife says, if I win the Angels Enemy sample, things will work out very well for me. Okay, EJ, good luck, man, buddy. Yeah, the ASW root beer pick is going to be epic, man. You guys are going to love that one. All right, it's time to bring in the whiskey master, the man without the sweater vest. It's Hendo Henderson. Here he is.
What's up?
Sorry to make you wait so long, bud.
Dude, you're good. You made my iPad lose the timer over here. Come on.
But I love your shirt, man.
You like that?
Yeah, the hawk is alive.
Yeah, Hawk Ross. All right, so I've got the dreaded timer back here. We're gonna do this.
Oh my God! Look how freaking bright that is. Jesus.
All right. We're gonna do Matt Madness style, right? So we got 3 rounds. We've got round 1 nosing, 30 seconds each. Round 2 tasting, 30 seconds each. And then a round 3 where you gotta name the bottles. So
I gotta name the actual bottles, like what's
what he does on the. That's what he does on there, man. So I think I wrote 2.5 minutes. I'm gonna give you 3 minutes because we've got 6 to go through here. So
all right.
But
so I haven't poured anything yet. Should I pour these or what?
You should definitely pour something, and I'm gonna get ready myself.
All right.
So all right, now I'm ready.
Now we have a sweater vest. Okay. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Way to embrace your inner ADHD whiskey.
Oh yeah.
Damn, that sucker's dark. Okay, let's go to B here. Yep, the Hendo blinds are back. So Will, Will's been pretty busy with family stuff, and he's been wanting to get back into doing blinds for folks. I was like, you know what? This is a perfect opportunity. You're you're back. You want to do some more stuff. Why don't you help me train a little bit here? So I asked him to build me a blind. And not only was he all in, but the dude made the blind in like that night. And it's like, it's ready to go. I'm going to send this out. So
I made it that night, and then I changed my mind on like 3/4 of it, and then made it again. So hopefully they're in the right order, if you know what I mean.
Are you drinking? Are you drinking your own samples?
You kind of have to make a good blind. I don't know. because you know.
Yeah. Now I feel like we need a sweater vest with Hawk Ross on it somehow.
Yes, definitely. No, I think the order is everything, even in something like this.
Yeah, I think the order is definitely can make or break a whiskey. It can help it. It can hurt some whiskeys. It could affect your palate. So the order is I think the order does play a big factor here. So.
Oh, yeah.
Nancy Frater likes your vest. She says, I'm sitting here in my buffalo check nightshirt.
Nice.
Hey, Donald Rance is in the house. How you doing, Donald? We have 332 in the chat. Please hit the like button if you're hanging out, guys. It's time to get this started. All right. So
what I'm thinking is, I mean, you don't have to text me your answer. You could probably just, when we're done with 30 seconds, just say what your answer is.
All right. So you just want me. So I'm sorry. The first round is just nosing it.
Just nosing.
And then you want me to do? What's the question at the end of round one?
I mean, it's just nosing round one, and I will give you individual questions per.
Oh, got
sample.
it. Okay. All right.
So just like the real Matt Madness.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah.
This is completely fake, and the rules or the points don't matter, right? So
points don't matter. This is just to get my see how my palate does tonight here. Jesus, dude, these are dark. Well, a couple of them are dark. Are you gonna blow out my palate with A already? Jeez.
All right, hold on.
He's just cracking up. He's just laughing. All right.
All right, you ready?
All right, I am ready. All right.
Tell us what you're getting. Oh, for this one, I need you to tell me the Kentucky distillery.
The Kentucky distillery?
Yes. Probably should have said
this is very dark. I get a lot of oak here. A lot of oak, a lot of chocolate. Oh, man. It's very sweet. That's it? Jesus, that's 30 seconds?
That's 30 seconds.
Oh, my gosh.
Name that Kentucky distillery. You're still smelling.
Oh, that's right. I can't keep smelling. Man, based on what I just smelled, I'm going to go with Barton.
All right. I don't know how rapid fire you want to do these things. If you want to catch up on Shad a little bit.
You're supposed to ask the question first so he knows what he's trying to do.
Okay. Yeah, I probably should have done that. I'm learning too. Typically, I don't do this, but
that's oaky, man. All right, let's go to what's the same
all right,
thing?
So on B, is this whiskey from Kentucky, Alberta, or Indiana?
All right.
Kentucky, Alberta, Indiana. Ready, set, go.
Okay. Oh, man. Getting a lot of spice, a lot of citrus. It's sweet. Man.
5, 2, done.
It's so orange forward. I'm going to go with Indiana on that one. It's a lot of citrus on that.
All righty. All right. So C. You ready for C yet?
Yeah, I'm ready when you are. I mean, I'm just nosing, so.
Yeah, nosing.
This rapid fire.
I think we could do this entire flight in about 7 minutes. It's the crazy thing about Matt Madness. You don't have much time, but
you don't have much time to do shit. Yeah.
No.
All right. So what's the question for 3?
Class C. Is this a bourbon or a rye?
Just off the nose?
Just off the nose.
All right.
Ready, set, go.
Oh, that's chocolatey. Man.
10. 5.
I'm gonna say rye.
Alrighty. You feeling good so far?
Nope. This speed smelling is rough, man. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All
D,
right.
what do you got?
So D. All right, for D, is this whiskey older or younger than 8 years old?
Oh,
And
Jesus.
just for the record,
Off
just
the
for the
smell?
record, a lot of these questions were taken from actual Matt Madness or built off of actual Matt Madness.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've seen these questions. So okay.
So older or younger than 8 years old? Ready?
All right. Here we go. Ready?
Go.
Oh, Jesus. What is that? It's got a lot of bite to it. This is probably the grainiest that I've tasted. So I'm gonna say it's lower.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it's lower.
With time to spare. Look at that. Alrighty.
DC, does DC have the answers?
DC does have the answers.
Oh, yeah. Apparently I'm doing terrible.
Well, that's the fun of Matt Madness. I could be just sitting here telling you how terrible you're doing, because that's usually what Matt does, even if you're doing
yeah, pretty much. He goes, "Do you?" I remember last. He's like, "Do you want to win this?"
So you could just send random answers like the average drinker did the other night. That was no, just playing with it. Anyway.
Just random answers, yeah.
All right.
Yep.
The next one.
All right.
You'll like this one. All right. E. Is this a wheat whiskey, a corn whiskey, a wheated bourbon, or a rye bourbon?
Jesus Christ.
Wheat whiskey, corn whiskey, wheated bourbon, or rye bourbon?
All right.
Ready?
Go. Hmm.
10 seconds.
Oh, that one's tough. I'm gonna go with a. I'm thinking that's a light whiskey, like a corn whiskey. It's really sweet. I mean, it could be a wheater, but I got a lot of sweetness on that, so I'm going corn whiskey.
All right, man, you really aren't good at this.
Exactly.
Dude, yeah, this is fun. All right. So last one okay. Before we get to actually taste this stuff, and I sent you good stuff, so this will be fun. All right, last one. F. Is this whiskey finished? Yes or no?
Oh yeah, I remember this question. Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh, sorry, hold on. Let me restart it. Go.
Okay.
Hey, Matt's still in there. Matt, you like the sweater vest, bud?
Matt loves it.
Yeah. 5 seconds. Time.
Man, is that finished? I'm gonna say yes.
All right.
But I don't know. I think that's like possibly like a double oak or a toast or something. Cool. That's what I'm thinking. All right.
Well, next is the tasting round. That's the fun part.
All right. Because clearly the first round was a shit show, so hopefully I do better in the taste.
That's one of them, and it's good. All right. All right. Tasting. 30 seconds on these as well.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and start with A. What is the proof? I'm going to see if you can hit this within 5 proof points.
So yeah, so just to let you guys know in the chat, this is my hardest. This is the biggest issue I have to work on. I always underproof stuff. It's probably just because I'm used to drinking high proof. I mean, honestly, it's not like an excuse. It's literally just like what I'm terrible at guessing proof. I always go under. So then when I like try to like bump it up like 5 points, I'm literally either too far over or too far under. But
usually you get more points like the closer you are. So
yeah, exactly. So proof to me is something I really want to work on because that's important. Because you could really just kind of get it. You can kind of get those extra points. So all right, I have 30 seconds to taste this and guess the proof.
Yes.
All right, ready?
Ready, go.
All right. Ooh, it's coming in hot. Holy shit.
Time.
Can I change my answer on what distillery I think that is? Because I think I know after tasting it. Shit. We'll go through that when we go through it. I'll tell you what I think it is now that I've tasted it. But when we get there, we'll go through it. But trying to guess the distillery off the nose, man, that's tough. I'm going to guess that. I'm going to say 130. That thing's coming in hot.
Looks like you got a super chat if you want to catch up on that.
Let's see what do we got there. Oh, Big Vic's my BS. Take my money. I'll take the travel kit. Cheech Arlino says, yeah, think your answer, then add 4. Yeah, I'm going plus, yeah, that thing is oily as shit too. But there's a certain flavor in there. I think I was close with the Barton, but I'm thinking it's something else that has a similar flavor that I normally get. So, all right. I got my water. All right. All right, what do we got with B now?
Well, the other thing I think you told me that you needed some work on was age, right? So age and proof. Nailing age.
I think yeah, I've gotten better with age. Yeah, proof. Proof probably mainly, but yeah, age would be a good one too. So you want me to guess the age of this one?
I want you to guess the age of this whiskey.
Just straight up. No, you're not gonna give me an over.
I mean, within well, let's say within 3 years.
Are you not gonna give me an over under? Is it older than this, or unless you just want me to nail the age?
Just nail it.
All right, son of a bitch. Did you have some control pours for reference? A travel kit would be a nice addition. I did. I had a few pours before we started tonight, and then I know I had the 2 pours before we started with the 2 rye whiskeys. So just kind of evening out the palate here. Rick M says, enter, need that travel set, no broken bottles with that. That's right. All right, you ready, bud?
Ready. Let's go.
Here we go.
What is the age of this whiskey? Time.
What was the question for B back in the first round?
Is this whiskey from Indiana, Kentucky, Alberta? You said Indiana.
I'm gonna say this is. I'm gonna give this 10. I think it's a. I think it's a rye, but it's got some really nice rounded flavors. It doesn't have the bite from a younger whiskey, especially a rye. So I'm gonna say I think it's a little older. I'm gonna say 10. Nancy Fraley. Age can sometimes be hard to detect. All depends on maturation condition and how much dormancy time the whiskey had. Constant maturation conditions under 45 degrees retard maturation. Okay. Well, guys, I have to, I need, 30 seconds ended 30 seconds ago. I need to think about my answer. I mean, come on. I mean, geez. All right.
You ready for C?
Let's go to C.
All right, C. I just want you to name the distillery again.
Oh, just right. off the taste?
Off the taste.
All right.
Got this. You ready?
Go. Yep. One more sip. Ooh, that's got some proof to it too. I'm gonna go with Beam on that one.
What do you think the proof is? Just wondering.
At least 120.
Awesome. All right.
What'd you just say? You just said awful?
I said awesome. I said awesome. Good job.
Awful.
Good job.
Awful.
Killing it. Yeah.
That's awful. Yeah, awful. All right.
All right. I'm gonna take a pour break. And since it's gonna be St. Patty's Day tomorrow.
There you go.
Red Breast Cask Strength, which I guess is no longer really available, but
let's see, guys. Maybe I can add some background music. Let's see here. What do we got? Nope. Oh, this is terrible. These are the only options.
We're in an elevator. Going up.
How about a little rock music in the background?
There you go.
There we go. There we go. Let's leave it. We'll leave it right there, guys.
Alrighty.
Oh, it's been a little crazy. That's fine. All right, here we go.
Letter C or number.
Luigi! Let's go.
All right.
All right, Mick. Let's go. You're gonna eat lightning. You're gonna crap thunder. Well, we just did C,
right?
C.
All right, we're on D. We're on
D.
Everybody likes the D. All right. What is the proof of this pour within 5 points?
The proof. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Go. Man, I love that stuff.
Ooh, this is a spicy meatball. Ooh. So this is where it comes into whether it's the spice or the proof that's getting me. Man, this is lingering on and on. I'm gonna say 123.
Final answer.
I mean, man, that thing is going on for a while. I can catch a rooster, by the way, JG. I can I'm a greasy, fast Italian monster. Man, that might be even higher than that. Now that I think about it. Shit. What did I say? 123?
Yeah.
I'll keep it there. But yeah, that's but again, I'm not sure if it's the spice of it or just the proof that's hanging on. That's the issue with me trying to guess proof. Sometimes I rely more on the spice and the proof point, but this is definitely good practice, man. All right.
All right. Letter E. Letter E. In what state is this whiskey distilled?
E. In what state is this distilled?
Yep. Tennessee, Indiana, Washington, or Kentucky?
Ugh, 4 fucking choices, dude. All right.
You got
ready?
It. Yeah.
And here we go.
Five seconds. Time. It's much better with the music, by the way.
It is. It's like pumping me up. I'm getting a slight root beer note in there, so I'm going to say Washington.
All right.
Again, this might be me over. It's the problem when you get the answers in advance, like the multiple choice. You start looking for it.
Matt almost always does that when it comes to the states or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Almost always.
I like how DC says the liquid state.
Yeah. Liquidity. I didn't pour very much of this. I got most of it on my table, I think.
Which red breast was that, man?
It was the 12 cast strength. The oldie but the goodie.
Hell yeah.
I saw 12 today, and I was like, it's only 80 proof. Anyway.
If I can change and you can change, everybody can change.
Great movie.
Yeah, great movie. I mean, so did you like Rocky IV or did you not like Rocky IV? In the middle?
Yeah. For nostalgia reasons, I think I liked it. It's one of those movies. It's like you're kind of glad it was there, but it's like the older Rambo movies. They're just keep it on the same Sylvester Stallone kick.
Whiskey knows why haven't we signed Freeman?
Freeman's gone, man. We got money spent elsewhere now, and he actually put out a thing on Instagram, basically saying he's gone. He's gonna go to the Dodgers, man. He's from California.
I think he's going to. I think he's going to the Dodgers too.
They're gonna pay him all the money in the world.
I know the Mets were making a little bit of a play for him, but I don't know.
They're not gonna pay him Dodger money.
No, they're not. I mean, the Mets are making a lot of moves. I mean, the entire team is brand new this year. It's all based on how that talent's going to come together.
Right.
And everything with the Mets, it's always the injuries. We'll see how the injuries do. And what did I say last year? We'll see what happens after the All-Star break.
Yeah, I remember. I was like, man, they're starting out real hot. Last year, they were killing it early. And
but I was saying the whole time, the Mets have a tendency of doing this. They start out hot, and then the All-Star break comes, and then, all right, dude. I still have your damn Atlanta Braves Cooper's crap down here. Adam Dorman, this is great training to see. Good luck in the madness. I'm so excited for the Jack Daniels Barrel Proof pick. Going to be awesome. Thanks for the opportunity. Yeah, Adam's going to be helping us with the Jack Daniels pick next week.
All right, you ready for your last taster?
Yeah, let's go, man.
All right. Again, what is the age of this whiskey? Within 4 years.
Okay. Ready?
Yep. Go.
Whatever it is, I don't like it. There's like no flavor to that. I mean, there's some flavor, but what is that? Fucking Blue Run? What'd you send me?
I actually don't own any Blue Run, so I will tell you that. I have taken your advice on that particular distillery. So
I don't know. I'll say 6 years. I mean, and for me, that's pushing it. I mean, I'm not getting a lot of flavor out of that at all. I mean, even the proof though is coming off low, so I don't even know. It could be older, but just proof down. I don't know. That's a weird whiskey, especially coming off the other ones. That one just tasted weird.
Dude,
ADHD whiskey within 4 months.
You know, if I would have thrown that in first, it would have probably tasted completely different. So
exactly, yeah. Do you mind if I take a quick sip of this? I mean, we're not doing the actual Matt Madness, but this is just a weird whiskey.
I don't care. Matt says no.
All right, so after like a little bit of a break and then going back to it, it's a little bit more palatable. But I feel like these other 5 that you gave me are just, I mean, most of them, I mean, all of them are hitters, so they're pretty good.
Very good.
All right,
round 3. You are gonna get. Let me reset this thing. I'm gonna give you 3 minutes to basically figure out what the bottles are.
All right.
Within reason. I'll just
within reason. Now, do I have to let's just say there's something from
some of the, I will tell you, some of these are picks, so you're not going to get the bottle.
But as long as I could like maybe figure the distillery and stuff like that, I'll be all right.
Yeah.
All right. So I got 3 minutes to taste through all of these and guess the distillery?
Yes.
Somewhat? Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Distiller, I mean, if you can guess the bottle, guess the bottle.
All right. That's fine. I'll try. All right, let me just get a little water here. Let me freshen up the palate.
Unfortunately, I don't sing like David from whiskeychannel.com, or else I would knock out some tunes in these 3 minutes.
Oh my God. All right. Because honestly, I'm just going to do a shit ton of these blinds leading up to Matt Madness. So this is like my first training session. So this will be a good this will set the bar for me as to what I got to work on here. Maybe I just got to work on everything because I'm terrible. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, the time, man, the time is
tough, but that's still
it's
like
almost
in my mind,
unrealistic.
in my mind, it's no excuse. Like you gotta fucking know your shit. So now it is tough though when there's picks in the mix because that could be off the standard flavor profile. I get that part of it, but that's still part of the game. So,
well, I felt like most of my picks were probably on profile. That was at least what I tried to do for you. So,
all right, you ready to go?
You ready?
This is 3 minutes of hell. Here we go. Oh shit! He pressed the button. Okay. Oh wait. Shit. Oh wait, yeah.
So, chat, what do you think? Is he doing well or is he doing poorly?
All right. Well, they don't know the answers, but DC says, "Good thing you're sitting down because that bar is around your knees right now." Yeah, I'm probably totally tanking right now since this is the first one.
Tell us. Oh gosh. No. Whiskey Mountains. No, not today.
Shit.
Whiskey Mountains wanted me to sing the soundtrack of Encanto because I have a 4-year-old daughter that's obsessed, so I know every word to every one of those songs. So.
Okay. Oh my God! Only a minute 40. Okay.
Dang, 3 minutes goes quick, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay. No, this one. Okay, this one. Jesus.
One minute.
I tell you, E is really throwing me for a loop here. I can't figure out what the hell that is.
I'm gonna tell you what it is, and you're gonna be like, "Damn it!"
Yeah. All right, let me.
I actually picked this clock because the seconds or the milliseconds or whatever those are freaked me out. So,
6 is just weird. Coming off that one, I don't know what the hell 6 is either. I mean, I'll have some guesses here, but
if DC ever tells you he has a sample of Pappy 23, don't take him up on it.
Why? Because he's just gonna send you his.
He'll send you Clayton James.
He'll send you the Dickel.
He'll send you the Clayton James, which is even worse than the Dickel. That's a problem. 5 seconds. And time.
Shit. All right, I have to guess what E and F are. The first 4 are so proof heavy to me that the last 2 are just, it's hard to, my mouth is on fire.
Yeah. That's kind of a problem with my collection. I'm kind of, as HBR says, I'm a proofstitute. That's hard for me to say right now.
Yeah.
Proofstitute. So
I'm going to go, let's see here. So for that one, well, I said, yeah, but what the hell is out there with that shit? Oh my God. Yeah, that doesn't, my answers don't make any sense on number 5 on E right now without thinking about it.
I thought you would have grabbed that one quick.
On E?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna.
When I tell you what it is, you'll be like,
yeah. Well, I'm gonna go down the list here and tell you my guesses here.
All right.
Then the last one's that weird one. I don't give a shit. I'm taking another sip.
Hey, dude, it's your show. I'm just here. So
it's a really low proof to me on that one. Not sure what that is.
What do you think the proof is?
On F?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Throw that in the mix.
I think it's got to be. I wouldn't say more than 90 proof on that, honestly. I think it's like 90, 92 maybe. It's got a little bit of a dusty funk to it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm lost with that one, dude. Totally lost with the last one.
It's kind of a wild card.
Yeah, I'm lost with that one. All right. So here are my guesses for distilleries. You ready?
Yeah, what's A?
I originally said Barton, but after tasting it, I went Old Forester.
any particular bottle in Old Forester?
I think it's a barrel proof bourbon pick. Honestly, it's high proof, man.
Yep.
That's the one that came in real
proof
hot.
one.
Yeah.
All right.
Two to me was MGP rye. I mean, I don't know. Pick a fucking label. I have no idea.
Yeah, pick a label. I got you.
Pick a label.
All right. C,
I thought it was Beam, so I think that's a Beam. Either a Beam pick or at 100 a Beam single barrel, because that was drinking real hot to me too. I was even thinking maybe a Heaven Hill, maybe an Elijah Craig barrel proof type profile as well, because I was getting that nuttiness, some high proof. It had all those profiles that I'm used to with Beam Heaven Hill. Right. So that was kind of
those are real hard to pick.
They're really
sometimes,
especially at a high proof.
Right. Sometimes even Wild Turkey goes super nutty, and that throws me off too.
Yeah, older turkey could get on the nutty characteristic too.
Yeah.
Four for me, after tasting it, I thought that was Four Roses. Four came up to me like Four Roses. I was getting like a funky rye, like high rye thing going on there.
Gotcha.
Five, after tasting it, going back and forth, I was thinking Old Carter. with that high corn, I was getting like a lot of sweetness. And then six, I'm fucking lost, dude. I have no clue. I mean, I'll try it one more time.
Just name something. What you got? You said it was finished. You said that it is 6 years old. What's finished in 6 years old?
I mean, is that I think is a toast. So I'm thinking is it a Penelope toasted? Maybe it's a Penelope toasted something.
All right, I mean, you ready?
But Penelope stuff to me isn't that lower proof. So maybe I'd go Elijah Craig toasted. Maybe I'll go Elijah Craig because that's only 94 proof. I don't know.
All right, you ready?
Well, I mean, I have should I open the answers here?
No, I'll just show them to you.
All right, cool. All right, so let's go through round one and find out how wrong I was.
Round one.
Yeah.
All right, you said that name this Kentucky distillery. You said Barton.
Yeah.
It's obviously Old Forester, right?
Well, I got the banana note, so I wasn't sure. I got the banana note, but I get that on Barton, and but it wasn't until I tasted it that I thought it was Old Forester. So,
yeah, that's kind of why I threw that one in there, because it could go either way, but Matt might do that to you. So these were hard. I mean, these were legitimately hard. So I will give you that.
Okay, so I said Barton.
You said Barton. It was actually Old Forester.
It's Old Forester. So when I tasted it, I nailed Old Forester.
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm okay. Thank you. I'm very happy for that one.
It could have gone either way on that one.
Was I close? Was I close with the proof on that one? I said 130.
Yes.
What was the proof
on?
Well,
let's go through these.
Okay, let's go through it. Yeah, step by step. Okay, I'm sorry.
All right. So B.
Yep.
Is this whiskey from Kentucky, Alberta, or Indiana? It is Indiana. It's an MGP rye.
All right, so nailed that.
C. Is this a bourbon or a rye? It is a bourbon.
What did I say?
You said rye.
Yeah, I would totally. I changed it. It's definitely a bourbon. Yep. I was getting a lot of rye characteristics on the nose, honestly.
That one's kind of spicy.
Yeah.
It's got some spicy notes to it for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I could, once I tasted it, bourbon for sure. Yep.
D, is this whiskey older or younger than 8 years? You said younger.
Mm-hmm.
This bourbon is 7 years and 9 months, so it was right there at it, but It is
Nice.
definitely younger. So you got it right.
Cool.
E. You struggled with E for some reason. I don't know why.
I did struggle with E. And I think it's just because I was coming off these other ones because it's a lot lighter and it was a lot sweeter than the other ones.
It's kind of funky because I gave you a lot of proof up front.
This one really, the last two completely threw me because they're just coming off these proof monsters.
Right.
The last two were tough to discern. So
yeah.
What was the first? You said what was it? A corn whiskey or
corn whiskey, wheated bourbon?
Okay.
Or sorry, wheat whiskey, corn whiskey, wheated bourbon, or rye bourbon.
See, I think this could have went either. I think this could have went corn or wheat. So
wheat whiskey or wheated bourbon?
Wheat whiskey, I think.
It was actually a wheated bourbon.
That's a wheated bourbon?
Yeah.
Man. All right, so I'm off on the old Carter. Jesus, I just completely fucked up 5.
I don't own any old Carter except for some samples I got one time. So I'd love a bottle if you find one.
The wheated bourbon. Okay.
All right, last one. Is this whiskey finished? It is finished.
I said it was, right?
Yes, you got
I said it was. I said it was a toast. And I'm not sure if
not
that's
a toast.
It's not. So, but it is okay. It's not a toast.
It's actually a very subtle wine finish. I'm kind of a jerk for throwing this last one in there. But when I show you what it is, you'll be like, son of a.
This one is weird, but yeah, there's something going on there, and I could taste there was a finish, but I couldn't. I was getting like a fruit, like little bit of like cinnamon, maybe. I was like thinking in my head, was it like marshmallow? I couldn't really discern what it was, especially coming off the other one. So, all right, so I did better in the first round than I thought I did.
No, you really didn't do that bad. I mean, the Barton Old Forester thing, I could see either way.
Yeah. Okay.
But if I was Matt, I would throw either a Barton or an Old Forester in there just to screw with people.
Yeah, totally.
So,
all right, so I got, let's see, so 1, 2.
You got 3 out of.
I got 3 out of 6, so I got 50% there.
Yeah, 3 out of 6.
All right, so let's go second round. How did I do there?
All right, what was the proof of A? You said.
So I said 130.
Yep. Whoever told you to add 4, you probably should have added 4. It was 134.5.
All right, but I was within. Oh man, I was just within 4 though, right?
Right, you were right there. 134.5.
All right, I'm happy though because I was a lot closer than I usually get with proof.
It went downhill from there. Oh, that's good. You said what? All right, so B, what is the age of this whiskey? I feel like you played it safe with that one. You said 10 years.
I did play it safe
because you were thinking, man, if this is in Alberta, I'm gonna call it 10.
Well, I mean, I had said it was an MGP,
right?
But to me, that rye, whatever it is, it came off more rounded and more aged than a younger MGP rye. Right. So that's what I was going off of.
Well, you were within the range. It's an 8-year.
It's an 8-year. Okay.
8-year. Yep.
Shit. You know what? I was gonna say 8-year at first, and I'm like,
it's a good one.
I upped the age.
No, that bottle won double gold this year. So that particular pick. So
okay.
It's a good one. Of course.
All right. So so that was good. It didn't have the bite that a younger MGP rye does. So okay.
Right. All right. So C, name the distillery. You said Beam. It was a Knob Creek pick.
Yes.
You even said 120 proof because I think you knew it was a Knob Creek pick.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was a Knob Creek pick.
All right. That's standard, like a 9-year Knob Creek pick.
Yeah, standard 9-year. It wasn't one of the older ones.
No, not one of the 14 or 15-year-old ones.
Okay. Yeah, whatever the fuck number 5 was, just throw it out the window. What?
Well, we're on 4 right now. So
what was the question?
We're on 4 right now. So 4.
Oh, 4, that's right. Okay.
What was the proof of number 4? All right, so number 4.
What did I say?
You said 123 proof, and then you were like, it could be higher than that.
Yeah.
It's significantly higher than that.
Really?
139.5.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
On number 4?
Yeah, taste that Joker. You said it was super spicy. There's a crap ton of proof behind that thing.
Is that an Obtainium? No, it's not.
When I tell you what that is, you'll be excited about it.
Yeah, it's not an Obtainium, but or is it? Dude, yeah. Yeah, I see again.
You
had me. I tasted that coming off the 120 proof beam. So
right.
that doesn't coming off as hot to me. So
it's a good bottle though.
Yeah. Dude, it's delicious, whatever it is.
All right, so in what state on E, in what state was this whiskey distilled? Tennessee, Indiana, Washington, or Kentucky? You said Washington.
Only because I got like a little bit of a root beer note in it. And you know what? The root beer tipped me off because Weeders for me lately, I've given me a root beer note.
Right.
And as soon as I taste it, I'm like, shit, I think it's a Weeder. But all right, where's it from?
Indiana.
All right, so Indiana Weeder. Okay.
Taste it again, knowing it's from Indiana.
Yeah.
You could probably tell me where it's from.
Man, that's good. Shit, what is that? What is that? An Old Elk?
Possibly. All right. All right. The last one, F. What is the age of this whiskey? You said maybe 6 years if it's lucky.
Yeah.
Technically, that's an 8-year whiskey, but it's blended. There's 2 8 years and a 14-year. That's where you get that little funk note on the end of it.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, I said I was a jerk.
It did. It has like a little dusty funk in it.
Right.
Yeah, that was definitely throwing me off because I just did not. I smell the aged funk, but I don't taste it.
Right.
It tastes. It's very like flat to me.
To me, well, by itself, probably not after you blow out your palate with some of these other ones. I get a lot of dark notes in that one, but
yeah, that's one I feel like I would have to like try by itself.
Right.
Like if I'm guessing, maybe that's a blood oath or something.
All right, you ready to find out what they are?
Yeah, let's go through it, man.
All right. A.
There it is, the Old Forester Barrels. There you go. Nailed that one.
Nailed it. So this is the Total Wine Georgia pick. It's really good, actually.
That's really good. That's one of the, even though it drinks hot, it's more flavor than heat. So
yeah, it's significantly better than last year's round.
Yep.
All right. B.
Okay.
This is the MGP.
Yes.
This is, little Nashville Barrel.
Dude, that pick is really good. That's a
Nashville
good vibe.
knows what they're doing, man.
I mean, that screamed MGP right at me. That was so good.
Yeah, I mean, literally, look at the coming at you with the Hulk. I mean, they know it's MGP, but it's
yeah. I mean, orange, licorice. That just screamed MGP to me.
Such a good bottle.
That's a great bottle, dude. So all right, so I guess the first two.
You guessed the first two.
And then the third one I got too. This was what you
got. The third one, and this one is the Lost Creek pick.
That is so. I have that bottle. Shit.
I felt like I had to throw an ADHD pick in there too.
Dude, I love it. This bean pick that he did is phenomenal.
There's a lot of cinnamon on it for me.
Mm-hmm.
A ton of cinnamon on it. It makes it a little unique, but it's still very bean profile.
It's very beamy. So Heaven Hill, the only way I could discern Heaven Hill and Beam slightly is Beam to me is way more. I look for like that peanut butter-ish note on it. Heaven Hill has a nuttiness, but there's more of a like to me, it's more of like a walnut cashew type nuttiness than a straight like peanut butter. Right. Like Beam to me comes off sweeter, like peanut shell. Whereas Heaven Hill has like a little bit more of a refined nuttiness to it. with a lot of vanilla and caramel. That's the only way I could try to discern it. But coming off, when I first sipped that thing, I'm like, that's got to be bean. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so the next one, there's no way you're getting this bottle. I'm sorry, but you said it was probably Four Roses. It's actually, this is a Hirsch 6-year pick.
Is that's the Willet though, right?
Willet. This is basically a 7-year, 9-month-old purple top, really. I mean,
yeah, basically.
At almost hazmat.
Wow.
139.5. This bottle is
139.5. So what's the mash bill on that? Do you know?
72 corn, 13 rye, 15 malted barley.
Only 13 rye on that?
Yeah, it's proof, man. It's a proof.
That fucking threw me because this comes off. It has like that. You know what? And honestly, I haven't had enough like Willet purple tops to even.
I mean, who has?
Yeah, it's one of those things. It smells like Four Roses though to me. It's got like that. There's like a very distinct rye, like almost. I don't want to say pickle note, but it's got like that minty pickle.
Well, I mean,
it's very yeah. Now that you say Willet, yeah, it's very Willety. It really is.
Yeah, it's like a mint dill note.
Mint dill, absolutely. Master, long-time listener, first-time super chat. I'm excited for this showdown, Matt Menace. You're doing great. Hopefully, your palate is second to none. We'll see what happens here. Whiskey Blender Fraley, well done, Jason. You're a champ. Thank you so much. I'm doing a lot better. But now we're getting to E and F, where I just completely shit the bed. So I can't wait to figure out what F is because E, I already know, is a weeded bourbon. Just completely, yeah. Oh, there you go, Old Elk, son of a bitch.
This is the Elker.
I said that before, Old Elk. Gee.
Look at that tater cigarette, Elker.
That's cool. I like that. That's very cool. Instead of Weller, it's Elker.
Yeah, the guy that picked this said it beat out a Weller Foolproof for him, and I was like,
oh,
I don't
totally
know about that, but maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Look, listen, it depends on the Weller Foolproof pick.
Right. It's a good bottle.
See, that's another weakness I need to do. I need to drink more Weeders. I don't drink enough Weeders.
I don't either.
To distinctly figure them out. So that's something I have to work on. So again, thank you so much, Hendo, for calling that out because I don't drink enough Weeders in order for me to, like my palate to discern it. So that's a good.
I will tell you this Hirsch. I just poured some.
Yeah.
If you were to tell me this was a low rye, I'd believe you.
See, to me, it's coming. See, to me though, this is coming off like a 20% Four Roses high rye pick.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. Either low rye.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of those Four Roses characteristics in it. I was drinking That's the thing. I was drinking Four Roses single barrels before this live, and it totally reminded me of it when I tasted it. So I'm like, I'm thinking that's got to be Four Roses. But man, that Hirsch pick, that's crazy.
It's good. It's very, very good, but it's very floral.
It's extremely floral.
Yeah, I don't normally get the floral note on there. I think it's because I, had this other stuff, and it's really making it even more floral. All right.
What the hell is this last one, man? So you said it's a blend. It's finished in a wine.
Blend of three, 2 8 years and a 14 year.
That's got to be it's got to be a blood oath. That's what I'm thinking.
Pack 7.
There it is.
But so Pack 7's crazy because that Sauternes finish is so subtle.
It is. It's extremely subtle.
Crazy subtle.
Jason, you need a Matt Madness song. Yeah. Well, I'll get one eventually. Yeah, that is. I said that when I reviewed it. That Sauternes finish is so soft. It just kisses. It kisses the bourbon, but doesn't really do too much.
I think by itself, it's a really good bottle. I think.
And by itself, but coming off these, just tasted so funky. What's the proof on that one? Because it was coming off like 90.
They're all 98.6.
Yeah, that was coming off like a 90 proof for me. There was like barely any proof on that.
Yeah. I think all
right, so
98.6, right?
The first 4, I did really well.
You nailed. Well, the first first three you nailed.
The first three I nailed. Yeah, 4, 5, 6 was questionable.
But I mean, I thought you would get E better than that. I don't know, because you did a pick recently, so I thought maybe you knew what that old elk tasted like.
But again, I love my old elk. I love the old elk picks we did, but I don't go to leaders enough. That's I really have to. So that's something I have to work on, because if Matt throws that in the blind tasting, I got to be ready to pick out a weeder. So I'm definitely going to add those in the mix and a couple of others to see if I could figure out what the weeders are. The only weeders I've really ever I drink Weller 107.
Right.
I'm good amount because it's available. It's available here in Ohio, but
but a lot of the Buffalo Trace stuff I feel like is almost, it's not easy, but I mean it's Buffalo Trace, right? So most people have had a lot of exposure to it. So I felt like the old elk, some of the, or a Boone County or something like that, you could get something a little different.
Yeah, after all DC talking, Jason killed it. Thank you so much, DC. I appreciate
you did pretty well. I mean, I gave you not exactly an easy flight of almost, actually, all but B Blood Oath was a pick.
Yeah.
So I gave you some kind of crazy stuff. I was trying to find stuff that was age stated. I don't own much that's age stated apparently, unless it's a pick. So.
I'm actually really I'm really happy with how I did on this, and this gives me some definite things I need to work on a little bit. So I think finished whiskeys and weeders are the big takeaways. I think age proof I did better than I thought I would.
You did really well on age. I think you were still coming in low on proof.
Yeah, low. Yeah, so I think adding 3 or 4 to my proof numbers is a good strategy. And then when it comes to so whatever I think it is, I think I'm just going to add 3 or 4. Yeah. So I'm supposed to be competing the end of April against Stuff and Whiskey. So Jason, I expect big things of Matt Madness. Your pal is amazing. Let's go, bud. I'm hoping, man. Weeders can actually have a lot of spice in them. I know that's the case with Wyoming whiskey. They also pick up tons of tannins and other barrel extractives. So Nancy Fraley, can you explain with weeders lately? And I don't know if this is just my palate. I don't know if this happens to you. I've been getting a lot of root beerish notes on weeders, and that's the thing that's like making me think. But that's why on letter E, I went straight to Washington, because I get root beer on Woodinville all the time. That was my mindset.
Note.
Yeah, I get that pot still root beer note. So, oh shit, Drums and Drams in the house. What's going on? Mickey would be proud. Yeah, I did. Jason about to run up the Philly steps, pump his hands after getting to the top, rocking music in the background. Yeah, Master Drum, play it safe, add 30 proof points. Yeah, 75% of the contest is luck, 30 seconds and endless distractions is no joke. Yeah.
Well, and the songs this year are just, I mean, they're intense.
Oh, so like, April 8th, 10 p.m. is that's when we're going up. So I don't know why I thought it was the end of April. So I'm going to be blinding weeders and other shit like crazy. If anyone else in the chat wants to send me a blind tasting to train again next week, let me know. You could send me a 5, a 4 or 5. What does Matt do generally, 4 or 5?
I think it was only.
I think it's 4, right? Doesn't he?
Yeah, it's 4. It's 4.
I think it's 4. If anybody in the chat wants to send me a blind tasting of 4 or 5 whiskeys for next week, let's do it.
All
Drums and Drams, Whiskey Nose, Top Shelf Bourbon. Any of you, and Top Shelf Whiskey, Dustin, any of you guys want to send me a blind to keep doing this throughout the weeks?
But you have to purchase a sweater vest to come on.
You just have to buy a sweater vest because you're going to come on the channel. You're going to help me go through this. I'm going to do some during the week here. I definitely need to drink some more weeders so I could try to pick those out and then go from there. So, yep, I'll be in it to win it. So Drums and Dram says, dude, let me send you one. Yeah, Drums and Drams, if you want to send me one this week or by next week, you could come on next week. We'll do the live and we'll go through it. Yep. All right. Drums and Drams, you're in.
He could like walk one to you.
Yeah, basically. He's right there. Stuff and Whiskey, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. I did a lot better than I thought I would. Master Drum want me to overnight you my sample so you can go this Friday and I'll go on the 8th.
No pressure.
Let's see here. I was going to jump at it, but Jeffrey Wack can take care of business. Yeah. Any of you guys, send me four or five. Jeffrey Wack, Drums and Drams, send me these blind tastings. I need to keep training and do this. I'm very, very serious about this year. I want to hold the fucking belt at the end of this. I want to go against the Grease. I want to do this shit. So let's do this. And amazing job by Hendo Henderson for putting this together. Dude, thank you so much, man. This was awesome.
Hey, no problem, man.
All right, Whiskey Mountains. We have 60 entries for tonight. Stuff and Whiskey says, bring it, Kalori, we're ready. And by ready, we mean 100% not ready. I love Aaron and Josh. It's going to be fun to do it with them. All right. Jason clearly didn't see my offer. Otherwise, he would have accepted. But plenty of Jephthah to train that pallet.
Yes.
Listen, if I got Jephthah Creed in a blind flight, if I wouldn't pick that out immediately, I would quit right there and walk out.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd be done.
Jason, I could send some rare breed in 101. That's about it, except for wheel horse single bar. Oh yeah, the old wheel horse. Jason and Cam live would be awesome. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna go have some raw eggs like right after this. So, all right, here we go. Let's go to Whiskey Mountains. Says, what did she say? 60 entries to win. We're gonna give away 2 of these right here. The Hendo, you have one of these, bud?
I don't. That's why I entered.
All right. Hopefully you win one. So Hendo, why don't you pick the first number between 1 and 60, and we'll let Whiskey Mountains tell us what we got.
33.
33.
I played basketball 2 years of my life, and my number was 33. So.
Oh, you're a Scottie Pippen fan? Someone needs to send Jason a 95 or less blind. What does 95 or less mean?
Proof.
Oh, 95 or less. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Can you imagine?
No, I struggled to find like some low proof stuff, but I wanted to throw them at the end.
Yeah.
You know.
knowing ADHD Whiskey, he put 2 in the flight last year. What I did, he put 2 of like the whiskeys that I hated the most in the flight. So I'm waiting for him to throw like Blue Run in there and all sorts of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll do it.
All right. So congrats to Big Vic's. Oh, shit. Big Vic's. Big Vic's backyard bullshit.
Good job, Big Vic.
Good job, man. Big Vic wanted it. He wanted it bad.
He says he never wins, but he always wins.
Yeah, he always wins. He's so full of shit. Big Vic, send me a message either through Patreon or you can reach me at themashanddrum@gmail.com and I'll get you your bottle flight ordered. Congrats, man. Hey, Bubble Bath Bourbon is here. Oh yes, Larry Bird, also 33.
Nice.
Was that you, man? Were you the Larry Bird of your 2-year stint in basketball?
Dude, I was horrible at basketball. So
well, I mean, you were good enough to make a team, though, weren't you?
No, it was a church league. Like, you know, like they had to. I'll tell you a quick story. All right, so I played church league basketball.
Okay.
And my coach told me to foul a guy. Like, you know, it's like the end of the game. We're trying to play strategy. He's like, foul the guy. I straight up like speared this kid in the middle of the thing. I just took him out. Just wham! And then I got a technical. And, you know, then he gets more shots. And it's just, my coach was like, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know.
Oh, BS stands for Big Samoan.
Well, there you go.
Well, I mean, Big Vic, yeah, he's a big dude. So Big Samoan, that fits. Congrats to Big Vic. All right, I'm going to pick the next number between 1 and 60. I'm going to go with I'm going to go on the lower end. I'm going to, since baseball season is coming upon us, my favorite player of all time is Darryl Strawberry. I'm going to go with number 18.
Nice.
So who's got number 18? Whiskey Mountains. Whiskey Mountains, by the way. This is coming real soon to you. Gonna show Whiskey Mountains this bottle. This is our down home pick. This is an 8. It says 8 year on the label, but it's just shy of 9. This is a double oaked beam at cask strength.
Wow.
And it's delicious. This is one of the Mash and Journey picks coming out. So, yeah, I know you're excited about that one, Hendo, right?
Oh, yeah. That sounds delicious.
All right, let's see here. Did we get a winner? No.
EJ.
Yeah. Oh, EJ at EJ. Okay. EJ, you're still in the chat? EJ, Whiskey Mountains. Oh, okay. I'll definitely save you a bottle of Whiskey Mountains. All right, so EJ wins. EJ, send me a email at themashanddrum@gmail.com. I will get you guys the 2 winners. I will get you guys I'll order you your bottle flight kits and also send you a 1 ounce sample each of the Angel's Envy apple cider, iced apple cider rye. So, congrats.
What's the proof on that down home?
Oh yeah, you ready? 121 proof, buddy.
Nice.
Yeah.
So basically a double oak. It's basically a double oak Knob Creek pick.
It's a double oak Knob Creek pick. That's exactly what it is. Yep. Yeah, they had Down Home has a bunch of cool selections, and we wanted something. We're like, no, we don't want a toasted rye. We don't want a toasted this. Nope. What else
they do
you
a
got?
lot of toasted stuff for sure.
Yeah, they're like we want a. They're like, well, we have a double oak Jim Beam. I'm like, oh shit, yes. Like, what does that taste like?
Yeah.
So they sent us about 4 samples. We picked this one, and it's glorious. So
yeah, most of their stuff is MGP, so that y'all got a beam. That's pretty awesome.
You know what's funny though is he fucked up the label on the back. It says distilled in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, but it's not. It's the label is wrong. It's Jim Beam, and when you taste it, you'll know it's Beam.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we also have we got our Peerless picks coming out. We have a High West brandy finish coming out. Yep, keep an eye out for the Peerless picks. Hendo actually helped with our Peerless picks.
Been waiting on them for a minute. Come on.
Yeah, they finally came in, so we're gonna have those really soon. Oh, there's EJ. EJ is in the house. Also love the Peerless Infinity bottle. Congrats, EJ. He is in the chat. He or she. I'm not sure if that's a he or she, but congrats. Absolutely. Just shoot me an email at themashanddrum@gmail.com, and I will order you your flight. Jason, I hear background music. Is that live in studio or something you're piping in direct to your computer? It's through StreamYard. They have like this background music thing you can do. The only issue is you can't upload like your own music. So I have to use whatever is available to them. And you don't have a lot of choice. It's either this or elevator music, basically. Whiskey Mountains is drooling right now because she wants that bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, sorry to be cashing out my chips right now. I've had a super long workout. Watch the rest of the episode later. Much love to y'all. Nancy Fraley, thank you so much. I'm glad that you watched when I actually did a pretty decent job at this flight. Nancy Fraley, if you're up for it, let me know some dates. I would love to have you back on the channel. We could talk what you're working on, do some samples. Would love to talk to you again. So, Hendo, great work, says Peter Noto. Awesome. All right, so I think, Fireball champion Kira of Shelf Turds. That's right, Women of Whiskey is on right now. Kira over at Shelf Turds is on there right now. Everybody, head over to Women of Whiskeys. I want to thank, of course, William. Not William. I want to thank.
I am William. But,
I know William, but I'm so used to calling you Hendo. It's weird calling you William. So William Hendo Henderson for sending this amazing flight. This was really really helpful for me. So I can't thank you enough. I know what I have to work on. Thank you so much for helping me out with this. And cheers to everybody for hanging out tonight. We had a 350 something in the chat at one point. Awesome audience tonight. So cheers. And as I always say, it's not about the whiskey; it's the people that Hendo shares it with. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to the Knob Creek pick from ADHD Whiskey.
There you go.
Cheers, guys. We'll see you soon on the Master Drum. Take care.
Cheers.